What's going on YouTube? We're going for the Halo 2 terminals in this video. There's one on each mission, excluding the first two, which is just a cutscene and a calibration type level. Each terminal will pop its own achievement, and then there will be a cumulative one. First one is on Cairo Station. After repelling some enemies that are boarding the ship, an underground area will unlock with a stealth elite down there, and once you come back up through that area, there will be a terminal on the wall. Second mission, towards the end, you'll have a warthog here. You could see the tunnel there. That's where you're supposed to go. Instead of heading into the tunnel, head into that small little building and pick up your terminal. Third mission, Metropolis. This is the area where the goal achievement is and the EEE achievement. The Scarab will walk here. You'll fight off some wraiths. Once the door opens, head up there. You're supposed to go upstairs. Just look to the left prior to doing so. Next mission, Arbiter. Quite a ways into the level. You'll come to this area where there are two blue things transferring fusion coils. Instead of going through the door right where we were, jump up there and pick up your terminal. Now on the level Oracle, you will go down a really long elevator ride. Once at the bottom of the elevator, you'll go through this corridor. You'll be in this area where you'll have to fight off some enemies prior to a door opening. While you're fighting here, or prior to fighting them, you can come over here and grab your terminal. Very beginning of Delta Halo, very beginning, you can either bypass the first section where you're supposed to take out the anti-air. You can either do that and grab the Warthog, or you can just walk over here. This is also the room where you activate the bridge to cross over to where the Wraith is, and right to the left there is your terminal. Now, quite a ways into the level Regret, after quite a few gondola rides and an underwater type shuttle system. You will come to this room. You'll see the big hologram of the Prophet there, and right behind the hologram is your terminal. A little bit quite a ways, about halfway or so into Sacred Icon. You'll cross that bridge that you saw Lane going across, and you will go down two pistons here on the left. The big thing about these ones, or you'll see after I go down the second pillar, there is a giant pillar in the room that, to progress through the story, you can see it straight ahead right now. That is where you continue on the mission. Instead of dropping down that piston right away, you will come over to the right behind that pillar to pick up your terminal. This is kind of early on in Quarantine Zone. You can grab this ghost. This is the ghost that I grabbed right at the beginning of the level, and you can just bypass everything if you wish. I try to make this a little bit longer just so you could see. The level's kind of confusing. It's kind of open. But this is the path to take. The main thing is there's usually two burning buildings. The first one is where the terminal is. So you'll see it right up here. And this is the burning building. You can see kind of the broken walls and stuff. And this is where you drop down. Now I was waiting for Lane because I didn't really know where the skull was. But yeah, like I said, there are two they're not really, I guess they're burning buildings, but they're basically just red buildings. And out there to where Lane is where the terminal is. So you just need to walk over there, watch the flood. I don't think there's anybody with rockets or anything that can kill you, so just take your time, get over there, grab your terminal. Quite a ways through Gravemind. We'll come through this section. This is, I think it's the first outdoor section. Up to my far right is where the Cortana doll is, if you can use that as a reference. But basically we'll come over here, right where Lane is right now. Through that door is where you progress through the story, but instead of doing that, we're going to crouch jump up over here, or use a Sputnik grenade, and pick up your terminal. Quite a ways through Uprising. Once you get outside, you go through quite a few fights and everything, but the main thing here is once you see those two wraiths, you're in the right area. I overshot it a little bit. I thought it was over where the wraiths were, but it's actually the structure prior to that. You continue the level where the wraiths are. Once I get up here, I will look over to the left to show you where we were coming from. Right where that waterfall is, that's where you come from. So try not to overshoot it and come behind this structure, and there is your terminal. High Charity, you will come up this elevator. I'm pretty sure it's the only elevator in the level. You will cross this room. There's not much in here. And through that door straight ahead, that pink, very tall door, is where the terminal is going to be. There's going to be a sword there in the middle of the room. We didn't pick it up, but I did look at it for a reference point. And out to the left and behind, kind of right to the left of where the door is where the terminal is. And finally, Great Journey. The first building you go through, you'll go through a cavern system and across a bridge, and you'll come to this area where there's a bunch of prisoned hunters and stuff that you can release to fight the brutes for you. In one of the locked sections out to the right is where your terminal is.